This video is a continuation of the last, following up on the forgetting example. We have already computed the equations for the power regression and the exponential regression functions. And now we're going to move ahead and we're going to draw a graph that shows both the scatter plot for the data as well as those two regression functions. Here you see the graphing calculator as we left it in the last video. I have cleared the key press history. At this point, A and B are stored for the exponential regression function in an area called the var, the variable area. There's also a variable there that is storing the entire regression equation for the exponential regression function. First of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the y equal screen and make sure that I don't have any previously saved functions. And so I see I have a function beside y1. I'm going to clear it, and if I had any other functions, I would clear them as well. Now I'm going to press second y equal. That takes me to stat plot. And I'm going to go to plot 1 and press enter to turn plot 1 on, verify that it is a scatter plot, that it is plotting the data that is in L1 and L2. That's exactly what we want. I'm now going to go to the window settings and set x min equal to 0, x max equal to 140, x scale equal to 20, y min equal to 0, y max equal to 100, and y scale equals 20. We should now be ready to plot the scatter diagram for our data by pressing graph. And here it is. So now I'm going to go back to the y equal screen, and I want to enter the exponential regression equation that we've already got stored. And so I'm going to go to the var area, down to statistics, over to EQ for equations. And as I said before, I could choose the A and B and put them into the formula AB to the X. But instead, I'm going to just choose 1, and you'll see the exponential regression equation is pasted there. And so when I press graph, here is the exponential model drawn on top of the scatter plot. It actually looks like a pretty good model for that data. Now I'm going to go back to the y equal screen and move down to y2. The problem is I cannot graph the power regression equation because its constants have been replaced by the exponential since we did it last. So I'm going to go back and recalculate the power equation with the power regression. So I'm going to go to stat, Go to Calc, go down to the 11th entry, which is the power regression. Press Enter twice, and now the coefficients for the power regression are stored in the A, B, and the regression equation. So going back to the y equals screen, I'm going to have to go back down to y2 again. I'm going to press var 5 for statistics, go over to EQ, and enter the regression equation. And this is the equation for the power function. So now when I press graph, I should get a graph that shows both of the regression lines as well as the scatter plot. And surprisingly, the power function is actually a better fit than the exponential. And so notice that the straighter line is associated with the exponential function in this case. The one that curves down sharply at the beginning is the power function. So let's go back to the other screen, and in part C it says which of the two functions appear to provide the better model, and I would in this case have to say that the better one was the power function. So I hope this video has helped. We'll move on to the next question in the next video.